back in my McLaren 540C. Wanted to go for a drive today because it was such a beautiful day. Try and take some drone shots of the car. I just figured out how to use the drone, so getting the hang of it now with the drone and where you can use it and where you can't use it. I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss a couple of things with my McLaren. The first one, when I first bought the car, was umming and ahhing about what paint protection to put on. I've heard about the PPF, where it's basically like a contact level and it's self-healing and all that sort of stuff. Now, I was going to do that, but I had a bad feeling about if you get someone, if you're not 100% sure on their work. I've heard some horror stories with that, with PPF protection on a car. I've heard stories where it bubbles up after a while. I've heard stories where they cut the actual PPF material on the actual body of the car, and they've scratched the body of the car. I've heard that it can be misaligned in some points where it starts to peel off from the side. So it really varies on who you get to actually do the paint protection film. But I didn't go down that path because of all the horror stories. So I found this crowd called Concours Detailing. They are in Airport West in Melbourne, and what they do is basically cut and polish the car, but then they apply this protection film on top, which is not actually a piece, it's like a liquid base. So they put that on, and I think they put about 3 coats on this car, and it just helps with obviously protecting the paint, but the way that the dirt sticks to the paint as well. So they did that. I think they had the car for about 3 days. I think it cost me about $2,000 to get that done, and they buffed the car, polished the car as well, obviously, before they put the protection on. I had a few mates that had their cars done there as well after my recommendation, and they're really happy with the result they got, which is great. Another thing I wanted to go through, I just recently had its yearly service. It was the first service that I have done on this car, and I was really surprised with the cost. Now, I know the first service, it was only 4,000 Ks. It really didn't do much. The most expensive component, I think, was the oil. But I think there was about $600 worth of labour, and the rest was minor parts and oil. I think it was about $280 worth of oil. But yeah, I was really impressed. The total bill came to just over $1,000, and that was at McLaren in Melbourne. So I was really surprised with the cost of the service. I have, I've obviously had I've had BMWs and Volvos, and I've had Volvos that have cost me for the first service about $1,500. So I was really surprised with the McLaren. I haven't had to replace any tyres or brakes or anything yet. So, like I said, the first service was just a check up, and also the airbag had to be replaced. So it was good timing where I got the recall notice. So I had to book it in for the service anyway. So they did the airbag as well. With the replacement of the airbags, I was told by the service guy there that the service team there practiced on the demo cars that they had on the lot, so they can obviously know what they're doing. Pretty straightforward with minimal damage to the car to get the airbags replaced. But yeah, everything was fine when I got the car back in regards to the airbag. Alright, this video is going to be a quick one, so please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and click subscribe to my channel. I'll be having more videos coming on a weekly basis. So yeah, if you like my videos, subscribe. Cheers.